Once upon a time in the quaint town of Springfield, a dark and stormy night descended upon the Simpson household. Homer, oblivious to the impending horrors, decided to unwind by watching a late-night horror movie featuring eerie puppets. As the movie unfolded, Homer's sense of unease began to grow. The puppets on the screen seemed to have a life of their own, their beady eyes and twisted grins sending chills down his spine. Unbeknownst to Homer, Bart, ever the mischievous trickster, had been observing his father's growing fear from the shadows. In the depths of the Simpson household, Bart quietly set to work, crafting a puppet that resembled the menacing figures from the movie. His plan was to give his father a scare he would never forget. As the movie reached its peak, tension filled the room. Homer trembled with each scene, whimpering and clutching the edge of his seat. Suddenly, a movement caught his eye in the corner of the room. There, in the dimly lit hallway, a puppet eerily similar to those on the screen emerged, its eyes glinting with malice. Panic seized Homer as he realized this puppet was no longer confined to the movie. Fear propelled him to his feet, and he fled the room in terror. Bart, reveling in the chaos he had unleashed, pursued his father with the puppet in tow. The house seemed transformed, shadows looming ominously in every corner. Homer, desperate to escape, tiptoed to the kitchen, seeking solace in distraction. He stumbled upon an adult joke book, hoping for a momentary reprieve from his fear. But as he flipped through the pages, the puppet appeared once again, its presence sending shivers down his spine. Homer's heart raced as he attempted to flee, but the puppet seized hold of him, refusing to let go. Their relentless chase led them to the dining room, where Homer's desperation reached its peak. He clung onto the chandelier in a futile attempt to evade the puppet's grasp. In a catastrophic turn of events, the chandelier broke loose, crashing down onto the dining table with Homer still clinging to it. Knives scattered across the table, pinning Homer against the wall, as the puppet continued its relentless pursuit. With each passing second, Homer's fear intensified. The puppet leaped onto his face, its grip unyielding, and Homer thrashed about, dangling precariously from the knives. Just when it seemed all hope was lost, a stroke of luck came to Homer's rescue. The puppet was dislodged from his face, leaving him breathless but free. Yet, to his dismay, the puppet still clung tenaciously to him, refusing to relent. In a desperate attempt to rid himself of the puppet's presence, Homer grabbed a nearby book and swung it with all his might. But to his surprise, the puppet remained steadfast. Frustration mounted as he tripped and stumbled, inadvertently sending the puppet soaring into Bart's room. Marge and Lisa returned from their evening of trick-or-treating, unaware of the lurking terrors within their home. A sense of foreboding washed over them as they noticed a mysterious, oversized puppet emerging from the shadows, its intentions unknown. With fear gripping their hearts, they raced through the house, seeking refuge in the safety of the master bedroom. The puppet, relentless in its pursuit, smashed through the bedroom door, threatening to consume them all in its nightmarish presence. But as the tension peaked, the smaller puppet suddenly tumbled down a vent, exposing Bart, who had been concealed within the larger puppet costume all along. Homer, overwhelmed by a mixture of relief and fury, chased after Bart, his fear transformed into a surge of anger. While violence is never the answer, in this heightened moment of terror, Homer's actions were driven by instinct and a longing for the nightmare to end. Ultimately, the frightful ordeal taught the Simpsons a valuable lesson about the consequences of their mischievous antics and the importance of cherishing the safety and harmony of their home.